but I'm going to try to set them. I know a hen will sit on the eggs. She will lay an egg a day until her nest is full before she even sits on it. So those eggs have a chance to normalize. I think what I did, some of the ones that died when it was probably the last batch that, and they were laid that morning, and I put them right in the incubator, and I think I need to let them normal, or, you know, I let them all sit point down first so that the air sac develops. But anyhow, I'm just going to try a different way to go about it. See if I can't get a better success. But anyhow, we're off to a start. We got 10 of them there, maybe 11. And these guys probably are all roosters. That's the way it happens with me, but it is what it is. And we'll go on to the next as soon as the guinea hens hatch or don't hatch. And we'll see. Unfortunately, I didn't do the guinea hens, eggs. They were moved around, in and out. They just didn't stay incubated, but they got until the 1st of April. They could take 28 days to hatch. So I'll do them. If they don't hatch, I might buy another small incubator just so I can incubate another batch of them. I don't like buying them. My neighbor's got some guinea hens, but I don't know how old they are or if they're laying eggs yet. I'm going to talk to him about it and see if I can't get eggs for free. Or maybe find some eggs locally. Buy them on eBay. Man, they're pretty expensive. I think I paid $60, $10 a piece for an egg. That's with shipping. So if they don't hatch, it's going to be pretty expensive. If they do hatch, you know, if I get a male and a female, well, I'll be off to the races. So we'll go from there. I'm going to work on the compost pile today. It's Tuesday the 23rd. And I'm going to get that other compost pile. I thought about the compost pile. You know, if you set a compost pile up in your yard and get it hot and then cover it with a plastic tent, you know, just around the top of it, you could actually set sprout seeds without a greenhouse. Just a compost pile that's hot and a plastic like tent made. So I'm going to try something like that just to see if it works. Might be a way to get more stuff started and not fill up your greenhouse or your tunnel or whatever those things are called with a whole bunch of these guys got to have their little bedding changed. I'll do that this afternoon too. But anyhow, I'll be back. All right, here's the nectar. I mean the sap that I have so far. I went ahead and strained the gunk out of it last night. And out of the 2 gallons that I had, I got this much left. This still has to be reduced more. But it's got a really good looking color for maple syrup. So we'll reduce it down, and I'll probably get maybe a half a, I don't even know if I'll get a half of one of these jars of syrup, but I'll reduce this down until it gets to where it needs to be. Then I'll keep an eye on the, yeah, what do you want, Clyde? He follows me around. He thinks I'm a big chicken. He hasn't attacked me yet, but it's coming. He'll come up behind me when I ain't paying attention. But anyhow, I got distracted. We'll reduce this down, and I still got the trees tapped. And we still have some cool nights coming. I might get some more sap, and I'll just reduce it all down, and I'll show you what we got. I'll show you what the bubbles look like when I get there, if I can film it. It's just I don't know if you've ever done sugar and boiled it down and down and down until it's got these big bubbles. You know what I'm talking about. When it gets to the point, you got to be careful because you can scald it. But when the bubbles are really big and they stay together and they collapse funny, it's hard to explain, but I'll show it to you when it's doing it, and hopefully I can get it on camera. All right, thanks. I'm gonna work on the old compost heap. Another nice day, March 23rd in Ohio. Sun's out and in a t-shirt. Can't believe it, but I'll be back. Yeah, it's like them cold nights. Just turn that sap on like a faucet. Nothing today, but it was warm last night. But we're gonna have some cold nights here, about a week of them, of 30s. So we'll have to see. Last night I think it was 45, so it wasn't cold at all. But we'll leave them up and see what happens until, I don't know, April anyhow. All right, I don't know if you can see how this is. Yeah, it's gonna see how those bubbles are. It's getting close. It's gonna, unfortunately, a lot of steam coming off of it, but it's getting close. It's a whole bunch of little bubbles, and they'll stop breaking. They'll get bigger and bigger. You can always just taste it too. If it tastes good, it's good enough. You got to keep it refrigerated anyhow. But I'll try to show you when I'm getting ready to take this off. All right, well, it's getting close. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. All that steam coming out of it. When I say the bubbles, they get bigger and they stay a bubble longer because they're thicker. It's basically, I know you probably can't see nothing because all I'm getting is a bunch of steam here. They just, yeah, it's just clouding it up. I don't know if you can see those bubbles down in there, but they're staying bubbles longer. They're bigger than they were before. They'll get to the point where they're even bigger than this. The whole top will be just big bubbles because they just don't. Well, I know you can't see that because it's just nothing but steam. It's cool in the room, and I guess if you was doing this in a warmer room, it wouldn't be doing this as bad, but it's getting close. All right, well, there's the finished product. What I was saying about the bubbles is they just don't break as easy, so they start spreading across the surface, and they get bigger. You really have to burn it down to burn it. I don't think I've ever burned it. But I took me a big old sip of this, and whoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You've never had maple syrup until you made your own. I don't know if they blend it up in Canada, I don't know. But it's buttery maple syrup. Aunt Jemima ain't got nothing on this stuff. But anyhow, I'll make some more as it comes. If I get any more sap, I'll make more of it. All right, well, my black sunflower seeds are here. Gonna have to get on the old rototiller and get it warmed up and rototill me some rows and get these planted. I want to see how much I can grow this summer of sunflower seeds so I can save it up and feed the chickens in the winter. Less buying grain, because it's just going up. The price of a 50-pound bag of food is $13, and when I get enough, that's for 20 chickens, and that's a week. So you know that's $500–600 a month. I mean a year. So got to get that down. All right, well, here's everybody. We're going to give them a flooring change, and then I'm going to show you a way to there's a couple ways, but show you some ways that you can tell if a chick is a rooster or a hen. It's not foolproof, but it'll give you some idea of what your count is. Hens tend to get feathers first. And there's a couple other things you can do.